Hello, everybody. Brett Mix, Macho Wrestling 101 here. Welcome to week 39 of the Monday Night Wars. This is the 166th episode of Raw in its history. It went on the USA Network from the Brown County Expo in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Took place on July the 1st, 1996. Raw scored a 2.6 in the ratings, while Nitro scored a 3.3. So now, after this week's loss, the total scoreboard is 17 wins for the WWF, 20 losses, and 2 draws. So Nitro has 20 wins, Raw has 17, and 2 draws. And that Raw that lost with a 2.6 rating was brought to you by Jerry the King Lawler and Vince McMahon. We open the show with HBK on his way to the ring. McMahon says, "Welcome to Raw," he says, "Welcome to Monday Night Raw," as Jannetty's already in the ring and HBK is making his entrance. So this is a non-title match, even though it includes the WWF champion Shawn Michaels. In Marty Jannetty's corner is the other rocker, Leif Cassidy, the other new rocker, and Jim Cornette, because Jim Cornette is managing Camp Cornette, who takes on Michaels at International Incident in Your House, the next pay-per-view, so Cornette's getting a better eye. HBK has his click cam. He comes out with a video camera. HBK has the numbers game against him. Again, a non-title match. Cornette has to get a good look at him. It's just a really athletic opening. It was a quick exchange of offense between both Jannetty and Michaels. They know each other so well, so they both kept up at the same time. Standing set headlock from HBK into a head scissors by Jannetty. He rolled out, and then the two bridge up, and then a backslide attempt is landed by Marty Jannetty, showing great agility at landing on his feet. Michaels with a side headlock to Jannetty off the ropes and 2 quick arm drags, and a third as Jannetty hits back with 3 strikes. Cassidy and Cornette were being goofs on the outside. HBK in the corner as Marty Jannetty goes to work on him with a solid right hand followed by an arm wringer. HBK leaped over Jannetty twice, then hit a hip toss followed by 2 arm drag takedowns and a drop kick as HBK mocked the Rocker's taunt. HBK teaming with Ahmed and the Warriors versus Camp Cornette, or at least that's what they advertised for International Incident. Warrior would be fired and Sid would ultimately be the third man. It's interesting how both WCW and WWF had their 6-man tags in July of 1996, both of them, and they both wondered who the third man would be. A little bit different on the WCW side, a little bit more important, and a little bit more who would the third man be, but it's interesting that both July 96 pay-per-views from both companies had that 6-man tag with controversy resolving around the third man. Unbelievable action, says McMahon, and he was right. Marty just kept landing on his feet every time HBK threw him all around the ring. Flying forearm, kips up, HBK goes for the elbow, hits it. Jannetty with a suplex attempt, HBK landed on his feet and hit a pile driver. In the end here, HBK finally to the outside for his signature elbow, tuned up the band and got him at 14:44, not counting commercials. So with commercials, it was probably close to 20 minutes, but TV time of 14:44, HBK wins the match, and it was terrific. I rated it 3.5 stars. They show a clip from Superstars where Phineas Godwin gets revenge on Sonny as Sonny slapped him. After Sonny said, "Do you think that I would ever be with somebody like you?" And Phineas ended up slopping her. And I heard rumors about what was in that slop. Let's just say I can't probably talk about that on YouTube. That's just the rumors. There was this WrestleMania had a video package, the top 10 grossest things that WWE has ever done, and this was number 1. And it's just something, there's some stuff in there. Let's just say that. You can use your imagination. That's just what I heard, though. That's not set in stone. That's just the big rumor. And Sonny's reaction afterwards, it makes me believe it. Mankind brawls with Duke Drosy inside and out as he takes on the dumpster. Jake the Snake Roberts on commentary as the king, just those tons of chokes. Jake the Snake says he's going to take on Mankind in Your House, and his offense is unorthodox, to say the least. Mankind with a knee to Drew Drosy in the corner and put his body weight back on the dumpster, hitting a running knee, a clothesline by Mankind, and then he picks him up and slams him. Drew Drosy covers Mankind for just a 2 count after he gets some offense in. Then the mandible claw out of nowhere, and Mankind wins. Jake the Snake then slapped at by Lawler, so he chokes him until Mankind grabs Jake the Snake and puts him in the mandible claw. I rated the match 3/4 of a star, but the story here was Jake the Snake in the mandible claw and the King poking fun at Jake, starting their feud for SummerSlam. Goldust with Marlena took on the Wild Man Mark Marrow. Stone Cold Steve Austin was on commentary, and he kept calling McMahon son. For the first time, that's the first time I've heard him calling people son. So Stone Cold was getting his attitude slowly but surely, week by week. He was keep adding new things. He just had that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so recently. He had the Austin 316 speech. Now he's saying son, and he even tells McMahon he ought to whip his ass on commentary. This is the first time Stone Cold said that to McMahon. It's July 1996. I don't think there was ever an earlier time where Austin said to McMahon that he's going to whip his ass. That had to be the first time ever, and it's a rare thing too. Like, who would have thought a Goldust versus Mark Merrow match in July of 1996? This is the first time where Austin says that to McMahon. But he does. But it's not known that McMahon's the owner, though, at the time. So it's just basically, it comes off as this bald, tough guy is talking to a commentator tough. That's how it looked to the fans that didn't know Vince was the owner anyway. A lot of people started to know Vince was the owner in 1996. He started doing interviews. But in 1997, everyone knew after that. Late 97, especially after the screw job. But yeah, as a kid, I even knew. But I knew in 96. I don't think I knew before that. I knew in late 96 because of an interview he did. Anyways, back to the match. Goldust drives Merrow into the mat and a near fall. Merrow fought back at a slugfest as Merrow had been worn down with a reverse chinlock. A power slam off the ropes as Goldust clotheslined Merrow to the canvas. Marlena playing mind games with Sable. She goes after Sable, stalking her. Merrow from the top and then just blowing her cigar in her face. Merrow from the top with a crossbody after a dropkick and only a 2. Wildman with a knee lift. The cigar blow right in Sable's face right after that. And a near fall. Merrow and Goldust go to the floor as they brawl to the floor, and then they throws Merrow into the steps. Goldust comes back and throws Merrow into the ring. Applies a reverse chinlock. After the chinlock's there, Merrow fights back with a bunch of rights off the ropes. Merrow lands a crossbody and Goldust kicks out. In the end, Goldust ends up getting Merrow for a curtain call and gets the victory. Stone Cold says that's what's going to happen to Merrow at In Your House, as both King and Austin laugh. Star in 3/4 for the match. It was a little bit slow. The show closed with McMahon saying, "Next week, Owen Hart will face the Ultimate Warrior." Bad impression, but I can't do my voice right now for McMahon. Sorry if that went right into the microphone. But you know how McMahon always, the baddest man on the planet. I can't do that voice into a microphone. It's just going to wreck everyone's ears. Show closed with McMahon saying that next week, again, Owen will face the Warrior. This episode of Raw scored a quality rating of 5 out of 10 because Merrow and Goldust was fair. Sonny and Phineas I didn't care for. Mankind was just a jobber match while HBK and Jannetty put on a near classic. A 3.5-star match. A near TV classic. TV classics around 4 stars, 4 stars and a quarter. So yeah, anyways, as my power does weird things, not complete power like electricity, but my lights flicker on and off just like that. Good time to end the review. So just saying that Raw scored a 5 out of 10, and I'll be back with you for more. I have time still in the video, so I might as well explain this electricity issue in case this happens in my future videos. Right now, the lights turn off and on, and but I still get my TV, I still get my laptop, and I have lamps and stuff. I have backup lights here for this, just in case. They're too far out of arm's reach right this second, but I have lights just in case this electricity problems happens during my reviews. So that's all that is. I'll make sure I'm always lit up and for these reviews. I'm not going to just stop doing them. So I'm Brett Mix. Hit like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy the Monday Night Wars. WWF is on a losing streak. This is their 3rd loss in a row, and it's going to last quite a while because the NWO are coming into WCW to wreak havoc. Anyways, I'm Brett Mix. Thank you for understanding the electricity technical difficulties, and thanks for watching the review, and I will see you on the next one. I'm out.